Hey guys, it's Keith with JT Western Hunter. Coming to you with another video. This one's going to be a quick one on how to remove your front bumper, save the fog lights, to put them into one of your aftermarket bumpers. Tank here evidently wants to be in our video today, so I guess y'all will get to see him too. But let me move the camera around a little bit and we'll get started. The first thing we're going to do is take the skid plate off just so we can access underneath it. It's got 4 bolts that have, you can use a 1/2 inch or 13 millimeter socket to take the 4 bolts off, and then it'll come right down. But give me just 1 second. Okay, so we've got 4 bolts that you can use a 1/2 inch or 13 millimeter socket for. You've got one here, one here, one here, and here. Take those loose real quick and lower this bumper down, or this skid plate down. Alright, and we'll just move it out of the way here. Careful, try not to scratch it up. Okay, the next step is going to be to use one of the little plastic trim tool removers. I've got this one on a kit off of Amazon just to remove. You've got 2 right here and then 6 along the front, and this piece will just slide out. So let's see if we can do that real quick. We got a little slot that you can get this tool into and raise the center cut cap out, and once you get it out, the rest of it will come. These right here may be just a little harder to get with this tool. We may have to switch up to something different. All right, there's those. Let me grab something else real quick. All right, so I just got a flathead screwdriver here, and that raises these up really easy. If you get it in that slot, they'll pop right up. They're just in a hole right here, so it makes it a little more difficult. Then once you get them raised up, just grab your trim removal tool again and pull them right up. And there's that one. Here's the other one. And then once you have that, you can turn this, pull it just out like that. That gives you access to the bumper from the top and the bottom now. Okay, so the next step, we're going to take this loose right here to disconnect the fog lights, which there's only one plug on this side here. So let's see if we can't get in there and get that loose real quick. There's a button that you push right here, and then it'll pull right out. It disconnects that. And then this one has got some black tape over top of this bolt right here. Not real sure what the purpose of that is, but got that off. And then a 16 millimeter bolt will, or 16 millimeter socket will loosen these. I've got a breaker bar here just to loosen them to begin with. All right, so the breaker bar really wasn't needed. It's not that tight. So we're just going to get in here with a ratchet and loosen all 4 of these bolts real quick. Now we're going to repeat that for the one on the other side, and then both bolts on the opposite side of the frame here. Okay, so the next bolts that you're going to have to take off are going to be these right here. There's 2 on the outside, 2 on the inside of each side of the frame. So 8 total nuts that you'll have to take off. 18 millimeter socket will fit them just fine. What I have found that's going to work is going to be just with a wobble socket extension and a deep well socket. Nothing else is going to get in there and get to the angle that you need unless you use like a ratcheting wrench. But let me get this done real quick, and then I'll show you pulling the bumper off. Okay, just to recap real quick before I pull this bumper off, we had 8 18 millimeter nuts, 2 on the outside, 2 on the inside of each side of the frame that we took off, along with 4 bolts, 1 inside, 1 outside, that we took off using a 5/8 socket, which allowed this bracket to come off on both sides. There's one here, 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 and here. Got all of that off, and now we should be able to pull this bumper by just grabbing these tow hooks and pulling it right out, just like so. And I'm going to set mine here on this tote that I set out upside like this so that we can then access these fog lights, get them out, and reuse them in our new bumper. Okay, first off, getting to these, we're going to use our trim tool kit, or tool again, and remove these plugs right here. I can get in here to this one. Once we get all these off, then this little plastic cover should come right off and start to access the fog lights through here. So we got 3 on the bottom, 1 up here in the corner, and then 2 here on the outside. Now this cover should come off, and right here is what we're looking to get to. Now we're going to get this fog light off and then retrieve this fog light harness, and we'll get this out of here. I'll repeat the same process over on the other side. Give me 1 second. Let me figure out what these bolts are here, and I'll let you know. Okay, so a 9/32 socket fits these 4 bolts right here. So let's get these 4 loose, and then we will see if we can't pull this fog light out. Now, my Jeep is equipped with the LED package, so these are the LED fog lights. So if you have the regular halogen lights on here, it may be just a little different. From what I've read, some of these bumpers are a little different just depending on the year and model. My Jeep is a 2022 Mojave. So that's 2 of them. There's the 3rd. This will be our 4th. We'll unplug the wiring harness, and then we will see if we can't just pull this fog light out at that point. Okay, there is all 4 of our bolts. Let's take this fog light harness, pull it right out, and then our fog light itself comes out. This is what we were looking for. Now we'll repeat the process over on the other side, and then I'll show you how to recover this harness. Okay, we've got our 13mm socket back. We've got 2, 4, 6. We've got 8 nuts to take off here, and then this piece will come off and should give us access to this wiring harness at that point. So let's do that real quick. Okay, so there's all 8 of those. And then move the wiring harness out of the way there. Same over here. And then grab this metal insert. And just slowly work it out. Hold on 1 second. I've got to get a pair of cutters to cut a couple pieces off of here that's holding it from coming out. So you have got a zip tie right here to come off. And the same over here. And now let's see. Okay, there's one side. The other. We've got 2 more. There's 2 small plugs. I'm just going to use my trim tool, pop that loose, and then come over here on this one and do the same to it. Now this comes off. Lay it out of the way. And we're getting closer. So now we have got a bunch of small screws through here that we're going to have to remove. Let me grab my ratchet. They're the same as what the fog lights were. So let me go through here and remove all of these. Okay, so there was actually 14 across the top here, plus 2 additional, 1 in each one of these pockets here and here. And then there were 7 across the, what is the bottom to it, which, so now we can pull out these factory tow hooks, which if anybody's interested in these, just drop me a comment down in the bottom, see what we can't do. Now we should be able to just pull this right out. And now we have access to the factory harness. Just several zip ties here to take loose. And we will pull this through, clip these, and recover this harness real quick. Let me get that done, and then we'll move forward. Okay, so now we've got both factory fog lights and the wiring harness off of the old bumper and the bumper off of the truck itself. So now if you've got an aftermarket bumper, you can put these back in its place if it's made to house them and save yourself from having to buy another set of fog lights. But I hope this video might help if you go pulling your bumper off, show you what you're going to have to do. If you'll look for the next video, it'll be installing a DV8 with these fog lights reinstalled back into them and putting it back onto the truck. So hope this helped. Ask you to subscribe. That way you can see all the other videos that come out, and it helps the channel grow. Have a good day. Thank you.